Alright, so let's get started. So here we have two files. The first file is the index.html. Now this is a basic HTML5 and we have added an element called canvas element. Now this canvas element in the HTML5 is the element on which you can draw different shapes and different lines, and the entire animation this our project would be done on this element. And we have also referenced app.js file within our HTML file here. Because the entire coding, the background code of the entire animation, the hearts, flowing down would be done in this app.js file. So this HTML file will have this much code only, and let's go to our app.js JavaScript file because our entire coding would be done in this file. So as you can see that in the index.html file, we have created an element canvas and we have given it the ID called canvas. So first of all, we'll reference this canvas element in our JavaScript file by using the document.getElementById method. So I'll say var canvas is equal to document.getElementById, document.getElementById. So now we've got the reference of the canvas element which is in our HTML5 page in our JavaScript file. And now we can assign a width and height to our canvas element. So I'll say canvas dot width is equal to window dot inner width, and canvas dot height is equal to window dot inner height. So basically what we want is that our canvas should cover the entire width and the height of the browser window. So canvas is the element on which you can draw anything, but to draw something on the canvas you need a brush, and that brush in HTML5 is called context. So we need to assign or attach a context to this particular canvas. So I'd say var context is equal to canvas dot get context. So it's a method of the canvas element, and we would be using the 2D animation. So this would be get context 2D. And this context will have certain properties and methods by which you can draw different shapes on the canvas element. So the first property of the context that we're going to use is called get style. Fill style. Now fill style is used to fill any color in a particular shape that you are drawing on a canvas. So it's the colors. For example, you are drawing a rectangle, or maybe you're drawing a circle like eclipse. So you need to fill some color in that shape. So to decide, so to set which color you're going to use would be decided by the property context.fill style. So let's say black, and then context.fill rect. So this is a method to draw a rectangle. So it accepts 4 arguments. The first argument is the x-axis of the canvas from which you're going to start, then the y-axis, and then the width and the height. So we're going to fill the entire canvas. So I'll say canvas dot width and canvas dot height, HEIGHT. All right, so now what we have simply done is that we have created a canvas on our HTML page, and then we have created drawn a rectangle shape which covers the entire width and the length of the canvas, and that shape has a fill color of black, as you can see here. So let me go to the page and refresh it, and let's see if we are, yes. So now this is the entire canvas. So this is the playground that we have. So we are getting somewhere, and now we're going to create 2 methods, 2 functions in this file. The first would be draw function, and then we need another function which would be called update, and this function would be repeated on every tick of the animation. So I'll say window.request, what was the method name? Request animation frame, and in this method I'll recursively call the update function again. So on every tick or every frame of the animation, we would be calling this update function again and again and again, and within this update function I would be calling the draw function. So every single shape or every single piece or every single animation we would be defining in the draw function here, and our program would start from the update function. So now we have the basic structure of our JavaScript file here, basic structure of the animation here. So if I refresh the page, you would see nothing new happening, but then we are now calling the update function, which is being called on every tick or every frame of the animation. So I need to move this back to here in the draw function, so that on every tick of the animation the draw function is being called, and then this draw function is updating the canvas with this fill rect and the fill style, these two methods here. So now we need hearts falling down, from top to bottom, and maybe swaying a little, happily, merrily, and giving a feeling that they are actually enjoying Valentine's Day. So what we're going to use here is that, so we're going to use the JavaScript constructor function to create the object of the heart. So I'd say function heart, and this heart would receive two arguments, the x and the y, the x location or the y location or the coordinates where the heart should be present. And so I'll say this dot x is equal to x, this dot y is equal to y, and then I need to show this heart on my canvas. So I'll create a function called this dot show. It's a function. So we would actually be using an image to display the image of the heart, but right now I would be using the okay, so directly let's use the image directly here. So I'd say var image img is equal to new image, and let's assign a source to this. So we would be using this heart.gif file here. So it's an open source file. I've downloaded it from the internet, and then to show this we would be using the draw image method of the context. So it's draw image. It receives various arguments. It is a very important method if you want to learn animation in Java in HTML5. The first argument would be the image name, in case we are using the variable here img. Then it accepts the x and the y location from which you want to at which coordinate you want to display the image in your canvas. So I'll say this dot x, this dot y, and then the width and the height of the image I'll say 10 pixel by 10 pixel. Okay, so now we are able to show this function, and let's create objects of this constructor function. So I'll say, so how many hearts do you want to display on this canvas? Maybe 10, maybe 20. Let's give it a number. Var number of hearts is equal to, let's say 20. Yeah, 20 is a good number. And then we're gonna loop it through. So var I is equal to 0, I is maybe 100 million times I would have written this, but still I plus this loop. Now, so I want to create, so we want to create 20 hearts, and the best thing would be to use an array over here. So I'll declare an array called heart, right now a blank array, and then I'd say heart index I is equal to new heart, and this would accept two parameters, the x and the y location. So let's say x and y, and we want to have some random x and y when a heart is created. So I'll say var x is equal to math.random into canvas.width, and then var y is equal to math.random into canvas.height. So this math.random function of JavaScript, it basically generates a random number between 0 to 1. So 0 is inclusive of 0 but exclusive of 1. So, and then we are multiplying this with the width, which is so let's say if the random number generated is 0.5 into 400. So this would give us a random number between 0 to 399. And since it could be in decimal, so we need to use the math.floor function here, so that we can get a absolute number. So math.floor here also. Alright. So now what we've done is that we have created a constructor function called heart. We've passed on this constructor function needs two arguments, x location and the y location, and within this function we have created a show function which would be displaying this heart image on the canvas on a particular x and a particular y location. And then here we are creating 20 objects of the heart constructor function here, giving them a random x and y location. And now we need to show this, so we're going to go to our draw function here, and so we're going to use this loop once again. Var I is equal to 0, I is less than number of hearts, I guess. Yes, I plus plus, oops, and so the function name is called show. So hearts index I dot show. Alright, so let's save this and let's refresh our page and let's see, have we done it correctly or wrongly? No, so there's some error. Let me press F12. Hearts is not defined, app JS29. Hearts I, so I had used oops. So it should be hearts here. Hearts here. Oh yeah, so now so there are 20 hearts in our canvas. Wow. But they are not flowing right now because we have not included the functionality of falling these hearts down through our canvas. So, but we are able to show hearts on our canvas, and now we're gonna include the functionality of the animation so that they can flow from top to the bottom. And so for this, we're gonna create a new function within our constructor function. So let's say this dot fall. It's a function. Actually, so if you want to learn HTML5 animation, this is very basic concept here, because it basically includes, you know, doing this dot x is equal to this dot x plus x, so updating the value of x each time and updating the value of y each time. So this is basically basic, simple. So let's first say this dot y is equal to this dot y plus 1. So on every call to this function, the y value of a particular heart would be increased by 1, so that it flows from up to bottom, from top to bottom, right? And I'm gonna call this function here in the draw function within the loop. So I'll say hearts index I dot fall, and let's say, so now these hearts are falling like snowflakes, very romantically, enjoying their Valentine's Day, and we are calling this anyhow. But they're gone. So we want to be back again when they touch the bottom, when they touch when they cross the y-axis, when their y value is more than the height of the canvas. So within this fall function, I'll say if this dot y is more than canvas dot height, reset the value of y to 0. So if it crosses the bottom of the canvas, so reset the value of heart to 0 to the top. So we'll have a constant loop of hearts. So as soon as this heart goes there, it comes back. So we have a constant loop of hearts flowing from bottom. So in a sense, it is now done. This coding challenge is over. But let's have some swaying from left, swaying from right implemented for these hearts, so like they are enjoying dancing with their lovers. Now for this, we're gonna update their x value also. So on every call to this fall function from the draw function, I gonna say this dot x is equal to this dot x plus 1, but in this case they'll all be, you know, going to the right side. Or so, and if so randomly I need to give them a direction. So So randomly they should go to left, maybe go to right on a random thing. So again, we're going to use the math.random function here. So I'll say var direction is equal to math.floor math.random math.random, by which number I should multiply this, because if the random value is 0, no change in the direction, just fall in the straight line. If the random value is 1, so I need 3 numbers, so I need to multiply this with 3. So I'm going to clear this concept. So with this little bit of math here, what do we go? So the direction dir could have any random value between 0 to 2. So it could be 0, it could be 1, it could be 2. So I'll say if dir is equal to 0, this dot x is equal to this dot x. Do not change any direction, just fall smoothly, not to go left, not to go right, just fall smoothly. But if dir is equal to 1, then maybe this dot x is equal to this dot x, this dot x is equal to this dot x minus 1. Okay, let's try this. We need to maybe do this a couple of times here to try this, and if it is 2, I'll say this dot x is equal to this dot x plus 1. So we need to change these numbers because it would have certain shaky effect. So let me go there, refresh this. No effect, nothing. Straight line, hearts, sway a little, like you're dancing, but they are not dancing. Do we need some music for them? No, I'm kidding. So math to, oh, oops, I guess there was some error and it should be enclosed. Math.random math.random and okay, so it should be enclosed here. Math.flow math.random, let's say, yeah. So now we are seeing some change in the direction. So you can see, yeah, these are wriggling a bit, swaying a bit, but not much. Let's do one thing. Let's increase the size of our hearts. It's a Valentine's Day. The hearts should be bigger. 20 by 20. Ooh, now they are like hearts. You know, Valentine's Day, the heart gets bigger. My phone is ringing again. So, okay. So we're done. So this is my Valentine's gift to you. I hope you like this. Do write me in comments if you have some questions. Thank you so much. Thank you.